What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Keith one-time Thurman. Get this, Keith Thurman will entertain facing Jared Ennis if no Crawford opportunity arises. And this is what he said. Of course I'll entertain a fight with him, Thurman said. If that's the contract that comes in my face and we can't get a champion. Okay. Let me counterpunch. Keith's inactivity, I think, beat him before Manny Pacquiao did. You know, and fighting someone like Jared Boots Ennis, it will be a challenge, but I don't know if he beats him. But then will he fight him? Because, you know, Keith Thurman, you know, he didn't fight Errol Spence because he was bitter about Floyd Mayweather, because Floyd ducked him and Floyd threw Spence at him and he avoided Spence. And then, you know, he started getting, you know, injured or, I don't know, surgery from those injuries or whatever. And then that didn't happen. So meanwhile, Errol Spence's stock started to rise where his did not. After 2019, over 4 years ago, he was beaten by a 40-year-old Manny Pacquiao, a congressman. Okay, and then after that, he was pretty much done and done because he took another long layoff because, you know, he had a big, huge payday. You know, that was that Manny Pacquiao money. Okay. And, you know, and then, you know, after that, he kind of fell through the cracks. However, you know, we hear Keith Thurman talk, and he's a talker as well. And I like, he's very charismatic. You know, he says what's on his mind. He's you know, he's very, you know, he's an exciting guy to hear. But then again, if he doesn't have any backing with what he does, he's just talking. And I think at this point, when people hear Keith Thurman, you know, you hear him go off, man, I'm ready for that boy. I'm ready to take him out. Of course I'll entertain a fight with Jared Ennis if no other champions come my way. You know, I want Terrence Crawford. I'm like, well, you know, understand, you have to remember Keith Thurman was one of those guys that claimed that Terrence Crawford wasn't even a welterweight. Terrence Crawford is not even considered, you know, a welterweight, and he doesn't even belong at 147. Now that's a guy you're calling out. Well, you didn't even give him a chance. I'm like, well, let him fight you. You know, he has the WBO. So, you know, and look, Keith Thurman wasn't the only one, but he was one of the ones that claimed that that Terrence Crawford was not that guy. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking like, okay, who the fuck are you to say that about Terrence Crawford? Well, we haven't seen you fight since Mario Barrios. You know what I mean? A guy that's coming from 140 his damn self, fighting at 147. Okay, so like it was really contradicting, you know what I mean? For him to do that and to say that. And then it's just funny how things change. Then now he wants Terrence Crawford, but knowing there's not going to be any Terrence Crawford fight. He knows that, and he should know that. Why would he expect to fight Terrence Crawford? Why would Terrence Crawford fight him, and he knows he has rematch obligations to fight Errol Spence? And, you know, or fight other undisputed champions instead of a guy that used to be or former champion. It's no gain. Terrence Crawford fighting Keith Thurman is the same as Terrence Crawford fighting Jared Boots Ennis. They hold no value because there's nothing else that he wants from them. The only way that'll work if Al Heyman flashes a huge check in front of Terrence Crawford and says, hey, do you want to fight this guy? But he's not going to overlook his boy Errol Spence to do that with Keith Thurman or Jared Ennis. So let's just stop that shit. Let's cut that out. You know, Keith Thurman should fight Jared Ennis if he wants to show he's still relevant. And if he beats Jared Ennis, wow. Because Jared Ennis right now, he's that guy. He's the hoper. He's that guy to throw at Terrence Crawford and hope that in all decency and all fairness and freshness and youth and all that stuff that Jared Ennis has, you know, I think they expect him hopefully to beat Terrence Crawford. That's what I'm hoping. But Keith Thurman, no, he needs to fight somebody worth a shit, because if not, he's gonna, you know, he's not gonna be worth a shit anymore. You know, but we'll see if he will. I don't think he'll fight Jared Ennis. I just don't think that. You know, I think Jared Ennis is too dangerous. He's undefeated. He's hungry. And I don't think that that's something Keith Thurman was, but I don't think he's that no way anymore. I honestly don't. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Keith Thurman saying that he'll entertain a fight with Jared Ennis. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!